So we're solving equations by factoring. Review of what we did at the end of the year last year. Review of what you did a little bit the year before. So we've got to factor. First thing you have to remember when you factor is it has to be set equal to what? Zero. So I'm going to actually...
So 5 and 10. 5 and 2.
So set it equal to 0. So is number 1 set equal to 0?
No.
No. So I would move everything personally this way. How about you? You gonna go this way?
Why wouldn't you just move the K over?
Well, because the k squared's already positive. Don't we want to try to keep the k squared positive?
Yeah.
Yes.
And those are both negative.
Well, that doesn't matter. I just want to keep the k squared positive, and I want those to be bigger. It's just not big enough, is it?
No.
Zoom in.
You can just write it. So would it be 10K
Plus
3?
24 plus K squared equals 0.
Just a second.
What? Why?
There we go. There we go. How about that?
Huh? Oh, right. You got the big one.
Is that better, guys? Can you see it better? Okay. So I've got k squared plus 10k plus 24.
Yes.
Okay, now remember factoring is putting them into binomials, yes? Yes?
Yes.
That factoring is division, this is multiplication, so I would FOIL. So that's what we're going to be thinking both times. As we're factoring, we're going to be thinking about foiling. So we did this before. We took the leading coefficient, which is what?
K
No, what's the coefficient of k?
squared.
What's the coefficient of k?
Negative.
1. Negative 10.
Connor?
1.
1. What is the coefficient, Connor?
3.
It's the number in front of the variable, yes?
I know what you were asking there.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Okay.
You just said it.
So we take 1 times 24 and get what?
24.
24. So the factors of 24, this is plus, so they have to add to what?
25.
No, to what?
24.
What's the middle?
10.
10. Okay?
This is what we're doing.
Yep. So we have to get 10. And they're both going to be positive? How do I know they're both going to be
Oh.
positive?
This is the
Oh, I know
Yep.
what we're doing now.
Yep, we're factoring. What are the factors of 24 that add to 10?
6 and 4.
6 and 4?
Yeah.
Yes?
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, so these two replace that 10. So I have k squared plus 6k plus 4k plus 24. Then I factor by grouping, yes?
Yes.
I don't have to group the first and the second, but we usually do. Okay, what does k squared plus 6k have in common?
K.
K.
So it's going to be 10K.
I have k, and what do I have left when I factor it out?
10.
6.
1K.
I have k plus
6.
6.
Wait, where'd the square go?
You factored a k out. If I distribute the k, what do I get? K times k is what? K squared.
K squared.
You've got to be doing both directions. Nothing went anywhere.
Then would it be K?
Whatever this sign is what we bring out. You guys are interrupting yourself and you're thinking, not doing yourself any favors. Plus, what does 4k plus 24 have in common?
4.
4. What do I have left?
K.
K
Plus 6.
plus 6. Now, if I did it right, these are the same. Are they the same?
Yes.
Yes, so I can factor out a k plus 6 and I'm left with what?
K plus
K plus 4.
K plus 4.
I
Where-
like
Where'd you get 2? And I wrote 2 because I asked it. Do the next one on your own. Bless you. Bless you.
Oh my gosh. I'm lost.
Okay, Carly, what are the factors of 48 that add to 14?
I put 7 and 7, but I don't think 7 and 7 get to 48.
Gives you 49. Think of some other ones.
7 and 2. No.
Wait,
Get off of 7. What times what's 48?
2 and 12.
6 and 5. 6 and 8.
6 and 8, 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like to go for the simple stuff.
Well, it helps if it's right.
So you just take away the negative on the 48?
I moved everything over. It has to be set equal to 0.
Oh, that's right. So you would add. Okay, and then so yeah, right. Okay.
Oh. Don't move on. I'm going to try to see if I got this right.
Oh, we haven't even solved for x yet. So we just factored twice.
I hope I got this right. I did it wrong.
What'd you do wrong?
I didn't put a negative. I put positive 6 and an 8.
Why does it have to be a
And
negative?
I got M.
Why does it have to be
6
negative?
and 8. I don't know.
Because the 14's negative, so
I
they
messed
both.
up like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, did you all get m minus 8 and m minus 6?
Yes. No.
Well, you figured out what you did
No,
wrong.
I don't.
Meg,
What?
I don't know when to use positive and negative, so.
use your words.
She's
is it-
thinking. See the smoke? But
Wait, because I'm confused.
Same.
It's right, but it's wrong. It's literally not
I get it, but I don't get it.
Because, yeah.
Same.
okay, this is the C is a positive, yes. A, remember this is A times C, yes.
So it's fine.
So 1 times 48 is positive, so that means they're going to add, and they're going to be the sign of the middle one. So the middle one's negative, so they're both going to be negative. Jaden, did you figure out your question? What's your question?
She just has it in a different order than you did,
Oh.
and she thought she was wrong.
We can multiply in any order.
I know, but I don't like when it's different like that.
Sorry.
'Cause then I feel like
Well, I don't
did
know when to use a
something
positive or a
Okay, I
negative.
just explained to you. Listen.
I was wrong.
If this is positive, they're both going to be the same sign, and that would be the sign of the middle one.
That's a positive 14 now.
No, it is a negative 14. Did you set it equal to 0 like you were supposed to?
How did you get 0?
Okay,
Well, Carly, when you take everything off of one side, you're left with nothing. And 0 is basically just a number.
I would have to subtract 14 over and add 48 over. So this would give them to 0. And I would have m squared minus 14m plus 48 equals 0. Now, we have not solved, we've only factored, yes? So we have to set both of the factors equal to what? 0. So if I set m minus 8 equal to 0, m equals what?
0. Negative 2.
I have 0, 8, because I would add 8 to both sides, yes? And over here, I would add what to both sides? 6. So m equals 6 and 8. What about k on the other side?
-6 and -4.
Negative 6 and negative 4. And always try to write them from smallest to largest, because when we use them to graph, then it will be easy to put them across the next axis.
So it'd be 8, 6.
6, 8.
You said put the biggest one first.
No, I said smallest to largest.
That's my bad.
I'm so confused.
That's
Carly.
Harley, I thought you know how to do this since we did it last year.
I thought I did too, but I guess not.
I think you do.
I think you're fine.
I don't.
Oh.
Lennon, do you understand back there?
kind of.
Okay, let's do it again. Okay, so number 3, k squared minus 7 minus 6k. What is the first thing I need to do, Bladen?
That's different.
Oh my god.
It is different. What is the first thing I have to do, though? It doesn't matter. Every single...
Make it 0.
Move the-
Make
K
it
that way.
0.
How do you,
So I'm going to move the 6k, negative 6k over. So how do I do that?
Why don't you move it the other way?
Okay, because listen, the squared variable is positive. You want to keep it positive. It doesn't matter whether you move it left or right, but if you move it left, you're going to have to factor out a negative.
you add it.
You add it. So I get k squared plus 6k minus 7 equals 0.
Would the 7 go on the top or the bottom?
The negative 7 always goes on top. AC goes on top and B goes on the bottom. So A is 1, yes. So negative 7, I need the factors of negative 7. Now, it's negative, so they're not going to add, they're going to what? Subtract. And the bigger one is going to be positive. So I want the factors of 7 that have a difference of 6. 7 and 1. So k squared plus 7k minus k minus 7. Now, could I put k squared minus k plus 7k minus 7? Probably. So go from there. Hopefully you guys can go from there now.
There's nothing in common with the last two. It's not 1.
Isn't 1 always? And you got to factor out that negative, don't you?
I hope I did this right. Oh my god, I messed up again.
Where did you mess up?
K minus plus 7.
Okay. When you are factoring out of the second group, you always take this, whatever it is.
That's
if you
negative.
So if you factor by a negative divided by a negative is a positive. A negative divided by a negative is a positive.
That confuses me.
Kyson, how'd you do?
So, I don't know. I don't know how I did.
I'm so dumb.
Shut up, Jaden.
Okay, if you didn't get the same answer I did, go through your work. And I'm going to tell you guys, I don't do any of this middle stuff. I go right from here to here when I factor.
Where?
I go from the top to the bottom. I don't do any of that middle stuff.
How are you showing your work?
That is my work. There's honestly no work. Because if the leading coefficient is 1,
How
what?
do you know what number goes on top?
A times C?
Basically, the one with no variable goes on the top.
No, it's A is 1, yes. And C is negative 7, so A times C is negative 7.
How is C negative 7?
Because that's...
Do we only have 4 examples?
It's A squared plus B... excuse me. It's AX squared plus BX plus C. It's the quadratic standard form.
But you moved 6 to the middle though.
6 is on the bottom. So B. A times C is up top, and B is on bottom. Every time. try to make it hard. Stop it. Okay, what's K equal?
It's -7 and 1.
Negative 7 and 1.
How'd you get a +1
You
now?
have to just change
You
the-
set it equal to 0, and you would add 1 to both sides, correct?
Sure.
What's going on with the next one?
What do I have to do? First thing every time.
Make it 0.
Set it equal to 0. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how am I going to set it equal to 0?
A squared plus 4A equals 0.
A squared plus 4a equals 0. Okay, this doesn't have an a, b, and c, does it?
No, it
No.
has an A and a B.
Do those two terms have something in common?
A.
An a. So a, and what do I have left?
And A plus 4.
A plus 4.
So A plus 4.
So a equals 0 and a plus 4 equals 0. So a equals what and what?
0 and 4. Or
Negative 4.
So negative 4 and 0.
I got that one.
So much fun. So much
Is this all we're doing today?
We have a worksheet.
Yeah, you got a worksheet.
We kind of
That's like 22.
Will we have time to work on it?
I don't know. Depends if you guys understand what we're doing. I'm not letting you go till you're understanding.
I understand.
Okay, what's 7? No, you don't, Carly.
I understand
M
this.
squared. M squared plus 4 equals 4m. What is the first thing I'm going to do?
set it to 0.
Set it equal to 0. How am I going to set it equal to 0? What am I going to do to it?
M squared minus 4M plus 4.
You guys want to do this one on your own?
Yes.
Yes.
So what if there's two different variables though? Or is that an n or an n?
And m.
How do you do that then?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm doing this wrong.
I'm lost now.
Okay, Car-
Oh my.
I thought you said you got it.
I know, I just forgot.
Carly's ready for the worksheet.
What? First one looks
We
like
did
an
something
N.
supposed to be
No, it's an m.
Oh. I had an N and an M, so I was like super confused.
Yeah.
Hayden, I don't think you should be allowed to sit on it.
I do get a little crazy sometimes.
Cole, did you get the right answer?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Clayton,
Well, I don't even have that.
I don't know.
how do you not know?
Oh, yes, I did.
Connor?
I understand what I did wrong, but
You didn't get, you caught it?
Um,
Kyson? Kyson?
like I did it right. I just have to.
M minus 2. Yeah. See? Right there. It's on
Okay.
paper.
With work?
Yes.
I didn't see it. Show me, Tyson. Yeah, he has a ton of work done.
for that problem.
Yeah.
Good job, Kyson.
See, I like
Cadence?
I understand it. Yes. Alright.
Riley? Carly?
Yeah.
You lie.
I got the answer.
So what's M equal?
2 and 2.
How about just 2?
It's
Wow.
2 and 2 though.
2.
Just do
2 and 2. There's 2 2s up there. I gotta stick with the
No.
2 2.
Actually, the reason why there's 2 2s, this graph we will learn what comes here.
You having a fun time, Carly?
This graph looks like this because it's a double zero. It bounces off a 2.
You said two,
Impressive.
two.
I just wanted
I
to
said
know
2 2.
Casey's pizza.
Okay, let's get a little bit harder.
2 number 12.
I'm ready.
Whoa, whoa.
Stop it.
Okay,
Nick. Back
number
up.
11. First thing I do,
Make it equal to 0.
set it equal to 0. Okay, did everyone set it to equal to 0 right?
Yes.
No,
Why?
because I put 80 in front of 40.
That would be wrong.
What a history.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm a clock.
Oh.
Okay.
I understand now why you don't do that.
Yes, you have to have it in order. A, B, C. Okay, now, what is something you notice about these numbers? They're large,
5, 40,
yes?
and 80.
Yes.
They
they're
go in
also
four
equal.
thirds.
Divide it by
Divisible by
5.
5.
They're all divisible by 5. So if we factor out a 5, does it make everything smaller to start? Yes. So we're just going to bring a 5 out here. And when I factor out a 5, what am I left with?
P squared minus 8 plus something.
Minus 8p
Yeah.
plus, well, 5 goes into 80.
16.
Thank you, Bladen.
Do we still,
Because
does it
it's
still equal
double
0?
40.
Yep, it still equals 0.
I don't remember what we did with that 5 though.
It just hangs out.
Okay.
It's chilling like a villain.
It just has to stick around.
Well, we have to graph this stuff.
Eventually, yes. Actually, starting tomorrow. That's why we're doing it
No.
now.
No.
No.
Okay,
I'll be
so factor. Factor.
I don't know how.
Wait,
Kyson, what are the... A is 1, yes? So what's 1 times 16, Kyson?
Wait, I gotta
16.
do they need to add?
Okay, so it's 16, and the bottom number is negative 8.
Oh,
Damn, I already got it, Miss May.
Better have negative 4 and negative 4, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd just be 4, right? No,
Oh, at the end?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then you said it out loud. I got it right. That's easy work, Miss May.
Yeah, same. I'm done.
It's only slightly difficult at the beginning.
Miss Mick, I don't know what to do with this 5. Wait, now I'm confused.
Yeah.
I have.
What?
Just...
Yeah.
Okay, so you were here, and this 5 just keeps hanging out.
Oh. Okay, that makes-
Why do you times now?
What are you doing?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's-
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Whoa. I skipped like all that, Miss Mick, and I got it right. How? Where did that come from?
Where did what come
That's how you do
Like
it.
The
last-
brackets.
Okay, well, I put the brackets because I put the brackets because you still have what hanging out here? The 5, and I need to know to keep it out.
So, would we just leave it at 5?
Yep,
Oh, wait, no, we would have.
Didn't we usually just like leave it there and like do the rest of the problem?
and then just bring it down. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now can't I write this as 5 times p minus 4 squared?
Yeah.
Bladen, take off your hood, please. Okay,
Um,
now I need to set this stuff to 0, yes?
Yeah.
So does 5 equal 0?
No.
Nope, so it's not a 0, is it?
No.
So p equals what?
5.
5.
Or I just said, does 5 equal 0? And you told me no.
Uh,
Just told me no. Why can't 5 ever equal 0?
Use
It has
5
value.
decisions.
It has value. It's a constant, right? Does it have a variable with it?
No.
No. Bladen, what are you messing with?
Gum wrapper?
Why?
Because I'm peeling the foil off of it.
The
Putting it on
fuel?
the- you're like colored it, right?
Okay. Now, this is difference of squares, guys. Do you guys remember the rule?
Z equals 0. We're done.
Okay. Difference of squares. Now, is k squared a perfect square?
Yeah.
Do I have a difference?
Yes.
And is 4 a perfect square?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to factor it, and then I'm going to show you the rule. So what's b? There's k squared plus 0k, yes? Minus 4? Yes? Because there's no k in the middle, is there?
No.
So what's the coefficient of it?
1.
0. If it's 1, it'd be there. What's 1 times k, Jaden?
Oh, well, it's up there.
0 k's. Yes? Does everyone see that there's 0 k's in this problem? Carly, how about you look at the screen?
I am.
Okay,
Okay.
so now I need the factors of 4 that have a difference of 0.
4 and 4. 4 and negative 4.
The factors of 4 that have a difference of 0.
Negative 2 plus 2.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I got there before you.
So negative 2 and 2. Yes?
Yes.
So I have k squared minus 2k plus 2k minus 4. So I factor out a k, right? And a factor out a 2. So I get k plus 2 and k.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Why is
Where did
there
the
an
X
X there?
come from?
The same place the next x was going to come from.
What?
There's no X.
It was my imagination.
Are you going to count off if we don't put equal 0?
Well, you got to equal a 0 to tell me that k equals what?
2 and negative 2.
Plus or minus 2. Okay, so difference of squares. Anytime you see difference of squares, so if I have a squared minus b squared, every single time it's going to be a minus b, a plus b. Every single time. So what's the square root of k squared?
Okay.
Okay, see that? What's the square root of 4?
2.
2. See that?
Yeah.
One's plus, one's minus. Those are called conjugate pairs.
Nice.
Nice. I'll never remember that word in my life.
Conjugate.
Oh, we're going to keep using it, so don't
I
worry.
already forgot it, Miss May.
What is it?
I
Conjugate.
still don't know what this thing is called. A pragula?
Okay, so what about s? What about 4s to the 4th minus 25? Is 4 a perfect square?
Yes.
Yes. Is s to the 4th a perfect square?
Yes.
Yes. Is 25 a perfect square?
Yes.
And is it negative?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the square root of 4s to the 4th?
2s squared.
2s squared.
Minus
Oh, we
5.
got this one already.
I'm making a new problem. Okay, one's plus, one's minus. What's the square root of 25?
5. I like it.
Okay? If you can see difference of squares, will it make your life easier?
Yes.
Yes. Still fighting with some calculus people to see that.
Wait.
Why is 1 plus?
One's plus and one's minus because that middle term zeroes out.
Oh.
Because if one wasn't plus, one wasn't minus, when you combine like terms, you would still get a value.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I've got some harder ones on here. Okay, there's no point of letting you do your work if you're not ready to do your work.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I am.
Do you all want your worksheets now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the very first thing you should always do is set them equal to what? Then you should look for a common factor, yes? Now, we haven't had a negative x squared yet, but if we have that negative, should you factor it out? Yes, or could you just move it? Or could you just move it to the other side?
I'll do.
The other side.
Okay.
Negative